I did this with Vista when I first got it. Now I'm going to do it with Windows 7 now that I just first got it. This is my top 5 likings about Windows 7. So here we go. Number 5 is the management of the windows that are open. Let's say if you have at least 3 internet browsers open, the same internet browser. It gives you a little preview that shows what page you're on. Obviously, I just opened all of these just for an example. But still, it's so convenient, and it gives it full detail of what you're doing. And if you decide you're not using that page anymore, you can easily close it just like that. Number 4. If you've noticed with Windows Vista, the top and bottom here, the taskbar and whatever this bar is, you notice that the arrow effects aren't at their full best as they should be. You can't exactly see straight through to your desktop. Now, I love the arrow effects on here. I love the crystal clearness that you can see straight to your desktop. It just looks absolutely amazing. It looks wonderful. You can change the colors. I think that will make a big difference on the transparency, but it just makes a huge difference, and I think it makes a better difference on what laptop you have or what operating system of Windows 7 you have, like Ultimate, Professional, Starter. Yeah. Number 3, Windows Explorer. Everybody agrees that when they brought Windows Explorer to Vista, it wasn't the best around. It was a bit confusing. It was a bit hard to move around files. It was just a mess. So what they did in Windows 7 is they made it look like Windows XP, as you can see from the side here. Well, yeah, it looks kind of like XP, doesn't it? And it's a lot, I wouldn't say it's a lot faster. It's just more maneuverable, if you know what I mean. Number 2, user account control. It was a mess in Windows Vista. Everybody has to agree with me, right? I mean, everything you clicked, a little message pretty much popped up saying, you want to do this? Are you sure? Well, obviously we're sure. I think the only reason they put that in there is because, I don't know, little kids might, I don't know, walk up to the desktop, mess around with a few things, and so I think that's why they put that on there. Either that, or if, let's say if you downloaded a torrent and want to unzip it, and you're not exactly sure if it's a safe torrent, so I guess that's another reason why they put that there. But now in Windows 7, you can control the level of the UAC from really high up to pretty much everything you click. It says you want to do this or do that, to do not even bring up that window ever again in my life. So yes, user account control is a big improvement. It's not a huge improvement, but you know what I mean. They fixed it basically. And number 1, now let me just point out something. These aren't my top favorite. These are just things I like about. These aren't going in a specific order. These are just things I'm pointing out and liking. Now, this one doesn't have to do with anything else I just talked about. This is the performance This is the performance of the operating system itself. Well, I don't know why my RAM's at 50% or is being used. I don't know why more than half of my RAM's being used, but oh well. If you noticed, Vista took up a lot of your memory. Just running as it is. Absolutely nothing running in the background. It's just sitting there. And yet the CPU is always at like 50% or something, or the RAM's always at like 50%. Vista is a huge memory waster, let's just put it that way. But Windows 7, I guess they tweaked a few things that limits the amount of memory uses, so it's more maneuverable. Like your mouse isn't too choppy when you're running a whole bunch of things in the background. I have to admit that my Movie Maker takes up about 70% of my RAM. I don't know why, it just does. And when I'm using Windows 7 running an internet browser in the background, it's a hell lot maneuverable. Hell, if I were even shooting this video while running all those programs at the same time, I'm pretty sure I'd be maybe some choppiness here and there, but I think it'll work. So this is my top 5 likings of Windows 7. And again, if any of you Mac, Linux, or whatever else operating system fanboys come flaming on my videos, I'm blocking you, removing you, regardless of who you are. Even if you come on my stream every day, or even if you talk to me on Skype every day. I'm warning you. One warning, then you're gone. Alright? Alright. Have a nice day.